Well, closely related to that is the agriculture sector. Of course, it's not just about cotton for textile. But now, textile, for instance, is one of those crops that has been approved, or the GMO version has been approved in Nigeria. So perhaps it's a look at the fall and the need for revival in the textile industry that has led to that approval. Well, I will not conclude since I'm not a professional there. But let's talk about the GMOs. Yes, it's trending again in Nigeria, genetically modified organisms. They've been growing. The controversy, the DG of NAFDAC was on our program yesterday just to show the support of NAFDAC on it. And in Nigeria so far, there you have it. These are the approved GMOs in the country. That's the cotton, and then the teller maize, that of course formed conversation some time ago, the pest-resistant cowpea, and the potatoes. These are the approved GMOs in Nigeria so far. And of course there are reasons behind all of this. For instance, if you see the pest-resistant cowpea, tells you why that has been approved. For instance, the cotton, we've been lagging behind in its production. Perhaps the GMO, as the DG said yesterday, could help and boost production. But let's talk to a farmer who would know better than me in this. The managing director of BO Farms Limited. He's also the chairman, Agri Group of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Banjoko. Mr. Banjoko, good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Great. So it's GMO again. A lot of people, I know a celebrity, you know, who does health tips, and he received a huge bashing on X because he came out in support of GMOs. And a lot of people are saying, why do we really need this? The DG of NAFDAC was on our sister program, Sunrise Daily, yesterday in support of it. And people are saying, we have the land, we have good soil. Can we just plant, use mechanized farming and boost our production? Why do we need GMOs?
Okay, I think the aspect I want us to look at it from is, are we opposing science in its entirety? Because if we do use drugs, we use medications by the medical sciences. Doctors, they do research and they provide drugs, and they keep improving on those drugs. And we use them when we need them. So if we trust them to use their drugs, why are we scared about this other one? That would be my starting point. And like you said about the social media person, I remember the day I came to talk about the teller maize here too. I received my own bashing too. But what I would say is, I think where the issue really lies, GMO is not new. Biotechnology is not new. We started biotechnology around 1970. GMOs came into picture around 1990, 1991. But from time to time, there's this issue, it comes up. And people always talk about it in one direction, both the medical and the economy of it. I think the real issue here should be those we have saddled with the responsibility of our health coming to speak and to reassure us about the concern. And what are those concerns? They are really about the health of people. We have the Nigeria Biosafety Management Agency, for example, who vets anything before they go to the market. They vet the health impact of it. They vet the environmental impact of this thing. So I think they need to come out more now. The DG of those agencies, biosafety, biotechnology, need to come out more. I did a bit of my own research in the last few months, and I realized even the teller maize was not brought to us. We participated in that process for almost over close to 5-6 years with the. So it was not just a Nigerian thing only. So it was a collaborative work. So we should talk about what have they done. Do we really trust their labs? Do we trust their processes? Do we trust their staff, that what they claim they have done, they have done? And I think I will also be looking at this direction of the economy of it, which is we don't want to rely on foreign bodies supplying us those inputs because it will impact. I also do not support that because it will impact on our struggling foreign exchange. So then the one we have built ourselves, This institute was started in 2001. So it's not new. The Biotechnology Institute. So why did we start it if we don't trust the process? So what I'm saying is we have to keep evolving as things evolve. We expect technology to also play some impact in agriculture, not just in mechanization. Then when we talk about GMOs, what are really GMOs? You are trying to introduce some new traits into an existing, product. So now you hear about seedless watermelon, seedless orange. So it should be a choice. I can decide to say, should I try the one with seedless? Should I try the one with seed? With hybrid, you are just trying to bring two things of the same to improve the quality. But with GMOs, you want to introduce something completely new, like the seedless orange. So I think we should start doing something properly in Nigeria to allay the fears of people, label them properly. I think that's really the issue, not the health thing, but we should start labeling. So give people a choice to say, are we like, a friend was asking me this same question in Abuja during the week, and I said, do you buy conflicts for your children? Do you buy this for your children? I said most of these things, because we approved some of the maize that are being imported that are GMOs. They are approved, and they are GMOs. These maize and soya beans are used in animal feed that you will still consume. And we've been consuming this chicken, this turkey, all these animals, even the ram, the goat you buy, thinking you are buying from sophisticated, maybe stores, but they are being fed with some of these approved GMOs by the Nigerian government into the country. The soya beans are being used to produce oil, and they are approved. So what are we really saying? We have been eating them for a long time. So why is it? I think it's more about the economy of it once in a while and some other economic impact that we should now be talking about. How do we protect our own institutions? How do we protect our own businesses? Because they have some downside to it. Because, for example, if I have to, with normal maize, for example, I can plant from my harvest, take some to replant. With GMOs, you can't do that. You still have to go back. If you want to have that same output, you have to go back and buy the seedlings. I'm not going to mention the company's name here, but now can our own biotechnology company, agency, tell us the ones they have produced, the teller maize, where can I get this teller maize, and how can it be subsidized for our production? But I think we should start looking at what are the benefits of some of these things. Do they have any benefit in terms of production, in terms of specific traits? We talked about the cow beans, for example. Nobody wants to eat beans. Let's use the common word, please. Beans with weevils all over the place. So we are talking about, we want to produce some beans that, presentable, healthy. The side effect is some of them are resistant to herbicide and all that. So people tend to use more. And the residue can also impact people. That's where the issue really lies.
I think you also touch on the other issue where concerns lay, which is, do they want us to be dependent on them?
Yeah.
Because if we have to keep depending on them for the seedlings,
it's not good for us.
Then it's another problem for us, added to what we're already facing.
So that's what I also, as a person, am very wary of. It's dangerous for us as a nation to become dependent on other nations. So since we have an institute, let them start.
Let our institute get active. And once we get approval from government institute, then we should be sure that it's good for our health.
And if we trust them, because I think we also don't trust them. That's why.
I guess they're not talking to us, that's why.
They're not talking to us. So probably you are the media people. You probably need to do more to educate us in it. You need to get them, educate us the more, because you look at all the agencies that are involved. I've mentioned to NAFDAC was here yesterday. I also watched the program.
There's the National Biosafety Management
Agency. Those are the ones verifying and validating all these things.
They're the ones who verified those the list.
NAFDAC also is concerned about what we eat, and NAFDAC also stamps it. So like Professor Moji was saying yesterday, once I enter a store and I see oranges with NAFDAC stamp on it, I should be able to take it and go to bed. But if there's no approval, then that's when I should get weary. Then do I trust the DG of the Biotechnology Institute, the DG of the National Biosafety, do I trust them? So once they are talking to us and we trust them, we look at their profile and we see the lab, or probably they show us. If they need to show us that, okay, this, for example, I looked at how long does it take for the, NBMA to approve 180 days. That's almost 6 months. So if they've told us that before I give my approval for this thing to go to the market, it took 6 months. Do I believe 6 months is long enough? Another thing is, I think like Israel was working on some mangoes recently, and they say it may take us 15 years to get this thing together. So we should also ask, is 6 months enough to validate these things going to the market?
I guess we just need to get those agencies to
those are the areas we need
and
to
tell us
on.
what they are doing, give a show. I mean, we saw that textile conversation seems to be picking up now. We had a guest here on textile. Then we saw the minister head to Kaduna, and I think visited some textile companies in Lagos also. All of them textile. And thank God that cotton is one of those approved, because if we can get a GMO with a shorter gestation period, it might help the revival of the industry that we're talking about. But we really need to hear and know what's going on behind the scenes.
Really, we need to look at not just, and you know, one thing with Nigeria, for example, is even if it's not true, once somebody who is vocal enough can say it, people without, you know, I keep asking people, can they show us people who have taken some of this product of GMO and the effect or the ailment is traced to GMO? People fall sick every day, everywhere. People die every day, everywhere. So how you not sure that maybe somebody died and you're saying it's because of GMO. Somebody had cancer, you say because of this, it's because of that. So can we really trace it to those products? So I think the fact that somebody is vocal or somebody is, you know, people also take pride in, I eat organic, and I just laugh as a farmer because I know I eat organic, it's not, are they all 100% organic?
Is the meat you're eating, is it fed with organic?
Can you boldly tell me it's 100% organic? But probably less of chemical. That's the right word. But are they all 100% organic? But you know, people take pride in it because those who are also in the business, I'm not spoiling anybody's business this morning, wants to take the premium on it. And those who are also in the business want to take the pride in, this is what I eat, this is what I buy. But I think we should start labeling properly. Those agencies that are saddled with that responsibility should give people a choice so that those who want to eat it, let them eat it. Those who don't want to eat, let them buy their regular stuff. Somebody might want to try, like I said, seedless watermelon. Wants to give it a try, let him give it a try. If it's fine, let them go about it. But you know, because also again, whatever you don't understand, you mystify. Because it's not done in the open, it's done in the lab. So we can also...
Must it be in the...
It's in the lab. It's not.
Yeah, it must be in the lab. But I mean, you can take a television camera and put it there and share it out.
No. Would you share your secrets in the lab? And don't also forget. No, beside the trade secrets, don't forget that it's a controlled environment. Probably certain temperature, certain this, certain that. So they might not show you the entirety of their process. But we know, we don't even know what goes on in the lab. We only know it's in the lab. Whether it is spirit in the lab, I don't know. But, you know, we know it's not.
Banjoko, you tell us everything today. But anyway, thank you so much for, you know, bringing your perspective to this GMO conversation. Managing Director of BioFarms Limited, and also the Chairman, Agric Group of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Tony Banjoko. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.